I was talking to a few friends in Canada the other day and they told me about something called 1+1 PG Diploma. I had never heard of it earlier, so I asked them what exactly it means. So ideally you pursue two 1-year PG diplomas in Canada that will not only allow you to specialize in two related fields of study but also get a 3-year post-study work visa. With a regular 1-year PG diploma, you only get 1 year work permit. A 3-year permit allows you a good amount of time to find work in Canada and apply for a PR. After a little research, I found that many students want to pursue 1+1 PG diplomas but don't know how to apply for the second one. Everyone knows the process of applying from India, but what about applying from within Canada? So I thought let's get one of my friends to answer all your queries. We have with us Karishma Jain, a student at Centennial College, to address my questions. Let us welcome her.
Hi, I'm Karishma. I'm studying in Toronto right now, and I've been here for the past 2 years.
Alright. And are you working right now or still studying?
Yeah, I am still studying and I have a part-time job.
Okay, great. So let's move on with our first question. So which two diplomas are you pursuing and from which college?
So the first diploma that I pursued was in financial planning, and it was from George Brown College. And the second one, which I'm doing currently, is in marketing research and analytics, and it's from Centennial College.
Okay, and did you like the whole experience with the diplomas?
Yeah, definitely. They're amazing. I would suggest choosing a more professional diploma over a generalized diploma. That's what my experience is. It's a much better edge over studying here.
Yeah, great. Okay, so moving on with our next question. So when did you start applying for the second diploma, and can you suggest a timeline for that?
Sure. So my second diploma, I started studying in May. So I was a May intake student for the second diploma. And I was a little late in my application because I was stuck in my first course. But don't make that mistake. You should try applying around October. October would be a feasible time if you're going for a May intake or a September intake as well. If you want to go for May, people usually apply around August the year before. And I applied in January, but I still got into the course because they start processing the applications around October time. So I would say the ideal time would be October to January to apply for a diploma if you're pursuing in May. And you can go until Feb for the application if you're pursuing it in September intake. But yeah, the ideal time would be take a 6-7 period or month period before you actually start the date of the course.
Okay, nice, cool. And what all documentation was required for the application, and also was there any application fee as such?
So a lot of colleges are there that charge an application fee. I'm from George Brown has an application fee, and they keep changing once in a while. So it's roughly around $75 to maximum $150 for colleges. It's usually around 100, 95, 75, that kind of fee. So both Centennial and George Brown do charge a fee, and most of the other colleges do. But some colleges are there that waive off that fee if you apply. And it just completely depends on the college. When you're applying for your second diploma, so that time you're technically in your first diploma. So you don't have your entire diploma's official transcript. So you need your academic transcript 10th, 12th, and your undergrad, because you must have done it because it's a post-secondary course. So your undergrad documents. And then it requires your unofficial document from your first course. So the first semester document from the course, you can apply, you can find it online on your portal kind of thing, but they need the unofficial documents from your first semester from your previous course. That's academic. And then you need your references. Some colleges need references, some don't. So it completely depends on what the college's qualifications are and what they want, what are their steps for application. I applied to George Brown for the second course as well, and they needed academic references from George Brown professors in the course that I was trying to apply to. Then you need your IELTS, of course. You need your previous study permit. It's not a hard and fast rule like masters. You need your resume. For 1+1, you don't need your resume mostly, but it gives you that edge over other applicants to show that you've done something that makes you stand out as an applicant. So I always put my resume in. I suggest people put the resumes in too. But it's not a compulsory document, but it is like a suggested document from my side.
So, and did the college help you with the application, like when you were applying for your second diploma?
No, the colleges don't help you. You're like a whole new applicant with them, to be honest. It's all on you. I feel like companies like Each Scholar, they do help you with, like, they give you an edge over things, like if you are because they also have their contacts in further with the student representatives or international office representatives or whatever, and they kind of give you that little edge to if you want to apply to different colleges, and but like you're like a completely new applicant for them in the second course. They consider you once again all throughout. The only thing that is helpful when you're applying in 1+1 is there's a thing called transfer credits. So if you're going from one course to another course, which is a very similar field, you can transfer your credits. That's where the colleges help you a little bit. It's not during the application, it's mostly after your acceptance that help you with the transfer credits.
Okay.
And like if you're starting a new application, like I know just for George Brown, you need another email, like another personal email. You cannot use the same email for application.
Okay, so you'll not be using your college email for the application. You'll be definitely using your.
They already have your college email on track. They cannot send your same offer. They cannot send you a new offer on the same email.
That's a very important pointer for, I think, for all the students who will be watching this video, that they need to create another email ID to apply for the second diploma.
This is what I feel has helped me personally also, is make a completely different email. Because if when you come to Canada, you sign up for 10 different things and blah, blah, blah. And like my email is also full. Even if it's like a different promotion section, sometimes things go into scam or some things, into junk and stuff like that. Yeah. Apply to colleges with a completely different professional email of yours. Like, I'm not saying the name needs to be professional, but like use a different email. So everything with that college or any kind of, communication they make to you, if you get an email on that account, it's going to be important for you. You know what I mean? So it's like that's like a little random tip there. That try to make an email address if you want to put into applications.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that was super helpful with this question. Yeah. And so moving on. So so how long did it take you to get the offer letter for the second diploma?
When I put in my second diploma, I put my application so late that it came in 3 weeks, because I applied in January for a May intake course. So of course my acceptance came in 3 weeks. But it's usually like it is. I'm not suggesting you to apply late, because there could be that seats are full, because they take applications as the date when they come. Okay. So it could be a chance that
on a first come first serve basis, kind of.
It is a first come first serve basis. So I'm not suggesting anybody to apply late. I just got late in my time, but I would suggest apply early, and it takes around 1.5 months usually.
And how soon can people apply for the second diploma?
They can apply starting from August, the previous year. And it's just that how I told before, the applications are processed in chunks. This is my experience. I'm not saying it's a fact. It's my experience that applications get processed in a chunk. So if you're a January intake person, your application would be processed anytime between August to September-ish time. That's the time where most of the January intake people would receive their acceptances. Anybody from May intake would receive them around November to January period, mostly January period, in February sometimes. That's the time when people, like, if you are like a May intake student, you applied in August, but you didn't get your acceptance until November, then you don't need to panic. You might get it. It's just going to be like a little late because it happens in a chunk. But apply as soon as you can. So you're done on your part.
Yeah. So after you got the offer letter, so what was the procedure for the visa extension? Can you explain us on that?
Yeah, sure. So visa extension usually takes like a month and a half, and it's very easy. You can apply yourself. It's not a lot of work. You just go to your GCP account and you apply usually a month and a half, 2 months before your current study permit is expiring. Okay. And you need to see that for sure the date of completion of your second course has to be, the date of completion needs to be after your visa is expiring the previous one. So let me explain this better.
I think
if your course is ending on 9th September, but your visa is ending on 12th September, they will not extend your visa. But if your course is ending on 1st September, but your course is ending on 9th September, but visa is ending on 1st September, they will give you a study permit extension.
Okay.
And study permit extension is usually the day when your course course ends, the month that your course ends, plus roughly 3 months ahead of it.
Okay.
So my course ended in December. My study permit expires in March, end of March.
Okay.
So this is the timeline. Now, what you need, the documents you would need to apply is firstly your offer letter plus your enrollment letter. So you need to accept the others, you need to accept your offer letter in order for them to give you a study permit extension, not just the offer letter.
Okay.
So in my case, I gave my offer letter and my tuition fee payment for the first semester, which means that you've already paid and you're enrolled in a way.
Okay.
And colleges also do issue an enrollment letter. If you put them an email, they can send you an enrollment letter. It's the same thing. Then you need a form. It's called IMM 5709 form. So that's what you fill in your, it's a visa form. So you fill in all your visa things. You need your old study permit document.
Your first study permit, the one that was
issued. Study permit that you have. Study permit, the visa form, your offer letter, tuition fee payment if you've already made it. Then when we come from India, we need to pay, because of the SDS thing, we need to pay the whole semester's fee, whole course's fee. In the second one, we pay the first semester. That's fine.
Okay. Oh, that's amazing.
And then you need your bank statements.
Okay.
So usually considered the past 4 months worth of bank statements.
Okay.
If you have a lot of income in Canada, then you need 4 months of statements. And then in my case, because my dad was paying the tuition fee, what I did was I put in my parents' 4 months worth of bank statements, along with a letter from my father that he's giving the consent for me to use his funds towards my tuition fee. And that's it's not a compulsion.
Yeah.
It's like a short way that they cannot question anything on your application, It's like, give them extra, don't give them less, basically.
Yeah, that's true.
Then you would need a letter that says the date of completion of your course and stuff like that. And that's all. And of course, you need to pay a fee for the
visa processing fee. Right? And how much is it, approx? Do you have any idea?
I don't remember the exact figure, but I think it was either $150 or $250. I'm not sure.
No issues. Okay. And also, moving on with the next question. So, was the process easy and smooth, and or was it tricky? The whole visa extension process.
No, it's a very easy process. As long as you know what you're doing, and if you know the correct direction of where you're going, it's perfectly fine. It's very easy. I didn't mind myself too. It's no rocket science. You can definitely do it. And the only thing is just keep on track and instead of going blindsided into something, research a little bit about it.
Okay.
That's one thing. Research a little bit what everybody else has been doing, and you usually get it very quickly. It doesn't take a lot of time. It's a very smooth process. There's nothing very complicated about it.
Super. Yeah. So Karishma, just to conclude this session, do you have any tips and tricks you'd like to give someone who wants to pursue a 1+1 PG diploma?
If you can apply to the same college back on back. That gives you a little edge, because you can do on-campus jobs more, because now that you're familiar with the college, it's easier for you to get a job for a whole year again.
Yeah.
Choose your courses wisely. If you are coming from if you're doing something in, let's say your first course was computer science, and you then end up going to a course like IBM as your second course, then it brings a question mark to your whole background.
Right.
Where are you going? What are you trying to do? So try to stay in the same. If you are into any kind of business field, stay in the same field. Explore different options, definitely, but don't go full 180 flip in your career choices. The second thing that I've seen most of the people make a mistake in 1+1 is don't do the second course just for the sake of doing the second course.
Okay.
Don't do it just because you're doing one. Choose a course, because you're investing a lot of money into it.
That's true.
Choose a second course that you can actually learn something out of. Don't get afraid that, okay, this is not my expertise. You're there for learning. You're not supposed to be expert in a situation.
That's true.
So this is what I tell a lot of people who ask me, 1+1, which is the second course you should do. It's just try to explore your options. Now that you have the resources, you're anyway paying for it.
Yeah.
Explore different options.
Yeah.
That's my 2 major tips.
Great. Okay, thank you for doing doing this for us, and I hope to see you in the next one. We'll have as many questions from the participants in the video, and probably if we get more queries, we'll have you for the next session as well.
Hope this video is super helpful for you if you too are planning to pursue 2 diplomas in Canada. If you want me to make a video on more such informative topics, let me know which one in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and keep watching Leap Scholar.